Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. The wildcard list has been released for Wimbledon. Some very interesting names on the list on the women's and men's side. And of course, you can see as well, not just women's and men's singles, but also the doubles, ladies' doubles, gentlemen's wheelchair singles, ladies' wheelchair singles, quad wheelchair singles as well. And of course, the qualifying as well for men and women. Although I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to focus on the men's and women's singles. Yes, I know. I am a single. I'm doublist in the way that I do my content sometimes. But I have to be honest with you. It's the only format, the singles, that I have the kind of best knowledge to actually give you guys the best content. Just being honest. So Wimbledon is around the corner, of course, only a couple of weeks left, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how it all plays out. There's some incredible players, of course, that will be playing, but it's great to see already the majority of the wild cards. You can see there's still two spaces for ladies, one for the men's as well to be filled, but great to see majority of them already filled out. So we're going to go through that. Before we do that, remember to hit that like button, please, if you haven't done so already, and do subscribe if you're new as well. So on the gentlemen's singles, you can see Liam Brody from the UK, Jay Clark, Alistair Gray, Paul Jubb, and Ryan Peniston, who actually beat Casper Ruud today in his first ATP main draw match. He was the top seed at Queen's, number 5 in the world, I think it is as well, and managed to beat him. An incredible win. 2 tiebreakers, clutch play from the Brit as well. So, yeah, definitely didn't see that coming. Really great to see. And on top of that, Van Ritterveen, who won in Hertogenbosch, beat, of course, Daniel Medvedev, Felix Auger-Aliassime, amongst others, Taylor Fritz. So he went on a ridiculous run in that tournament. So he is definitely deserving of a wild card at Wimbledon. So good to see him get his reward for what was an incredible win, especially coming through there. I mean, no one expected him to do anything there. I mean, the gap between himself and Medvedev rankings-wise was incredible. And Stav Wawrinka, of course, the former 3-time Grand Slam champion. And in fact, the only Grand Slam he's never won is Wimbledon. Could he do it? No, is the honest answer. But look, good to see him at least on the list. And we know that he went in full form, went in full flow, when fully fit, is a nightmare for anyone. But it is towards the back end of his career. Can he go deep? Probably not, but we might see him in some entertaining matches. On the ladies' side, the biggest marquee player, of course, is Serena Williams, the multi Grand Slam winning champion in a lot of people's eyes as well. I know they say, even though she's one behind Margaret Court still, they say she is the greatest women's player of all time. The GOAT, or the GWOAT, if you will, 23-time Grand Slam champion. She's 40 years old. There was a lot of question marks around whether she would actually play. There wasn't there? There was a lot of question marks as to whether she would actually play again. Like, a lot of people thought it might be some sort of silent retirement, if you will, and that's kind of what people were saying about it. Now, I don't think she would do it that way. I think she would just announce it personally. So interesting. She'll make a return to tennis playing doubles at Eastbourne alongside Tunisia's Ons Jabeur, which is really interesting, by the way. That's a great team up, isn't it? Jabeur and Williams at Eastbourne in the week before Wimbledon, then compete at the All England Club, where she is, of course, a 7-time singles champion. Incredible. I mean, look, it's Williams' elder sister, Venus, has won the singles at Wimbledon 5 times and the doubles 6 times along Serena. Incredible. She's not actually in the initial batch of single wildcards announced on Tuesday. I would imagine if she wanted to play, they'd probably give it to her. So we'll see. She hasn't played, though, since 27th of June, though. Since August, even, of last year. Venus, of course, a year older than Serena. And posted an image of her trainers on the grass on grass, just generally. I don't think it's Wimbledon, saying SW and SW19 is a date. Is currently ranked 1,208 because of a prolonged inactivity. Last won Wimbledon in 2016, but reached the final in 2018 and 2019, of course, after having a child. And last won a Grand Slam singles title in the 2017 Australian Open. Yeah, she's only missed the tournament 3 times, interestingly, as well, including when expecting with daughter Olympia in 2017. So, I tell you what, it's going to be very interesting, of course. And she says here, however, her most recent attempt to equal Margaret Court's record of 24 Grand Slam singles titles ended in heartbreak on centre court last year when she was forced to retire injured against Alexandra Sasnovich after slipping. Yeah, that was sad, to be fair. Yeah. Interestingly, as well, she's not going to be with Patrick Mouratoglou, who started working with Smola Halep, of course, as well. So in April, he did say that he'd spoken to Serena before taking up the position, and she said kind of like go ahead, which I think one or two things probably knows she's not going to play a lot of tennis, so doesn't want to hold him back. But two, maybe feels as well that she doesn't need to have such diligent, I guess, coaching and kind of handling at this stage of her career. She's not got very long left, so she knows what she's about. Yeah, Serena said she was looking forward to playing in front of the fans at Eastbourne, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm excited to return to Eastbourne and be back on the grass, a surface that has been so good to me throughout my career. Eastbourne has a unique charm that you don't see anywhere else on tour. So very interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, I'll tell you what. I don't know. It's interesting. Does she have any chance? I don't know, to be honest with you, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely see. But yeah. Anyways, right. Thank you very much, guys. Really, really do appreciate it. Remember to hit that like button, please, if you haven't done so already. And do subscribe if you're new. Also, if you're a podcast listener or watcher, do remember to leave a rating or review. Read us, help us out. Or click that subscribe button or follow us, depending on the podcast platform. And we'll see you very, very soon. If you haven't already viewed our Wimbledon Power Rankings or our first one for the ATP Tour, do check that out. The WTA version will be coming out at the end of this week. The first one alongside our second version of the ATP one after this week's tournaments. So very much looking forward to that. Thanks very much, guys. Stay safe and well. See you on the next video.